What is up, fellow tabletop gamers, enthusiasts, and everything along that line? This is the Dice Prophet, and today I'm just doing a little short vlog to show some updates to my tabletop streaming setup, particularly some props that I've made, just because it's fun. So, one thing I've always loved is doing boats, because, you know, boats are cool, and you can always get to do, like, cool little monsters and stuff like that, attacking the boat and all. However, I've been having difficulty portraying the boat, and there's been a couple of approaches I've done throughout the years. The one that I did very beginning when I started doing a seafaring campaign was this. I printed out something I found on the internet, attached them to just pieces of foam board, and, you know, stacked them on top of each other. And this actually worked really well. I even progressed to other detailed builds. None of this is my artwork, and I am sorry if I'll try to find a link to provide to get to these, because, you know, they should get their credit for that. And this works wonderfully. If most of you who GM, this should be enough to get a pretty decent adventure going. That's lots of fun. However, I wanted to try something different. These things are absolutely beautiful. I am not dissing anyone's artwork. However, I do have some ideas on limitations to these approaches. As you can see, this is going to sound crazy, but there's a spectrum of form and function, and I believe that these go too far on the side of form. I am crazy, just bear with me here. They're too detailed to the point where part of the appeal, for me at least, as a tabletop gamer, is your imagination. You know, like, some things are intangible until you explicitly state where they are. So, like this one, I like this map more because some of these rooms are empty, so you can fill them with whatever you want. This, absolutely gorgeous artwork, whoever made it. I will try to find you and link to you. Too discreet for my own personal taste. Like, there's definitely a conference room here, bed chambers here, etc. You know, like a ballista here and all that junk. It makes it too discreet, for me at least, personally, to a fault. So what I tried to do is, I thought, how could I push it more in the other direction of function rather than form? Well, one approach would have been the boring approach, is this, you know, draw a vaguely boat-like object, and as they go up deck, you know, add chambers and rooms and yada yada yada. I wanted something that would last a little longer too, because after I erase this, I gotta draw this all over again, and F that noise. So I started building. I didn't want to use too much money though, because who does? You know, we got jobs, we got stuff to do. So I tried cardboard. Took a couple of boxes, I chopped them up, used some Sharpie to add a little bit of extra, you know, a good old knife, cut them up, use a little bit of Sharpie and a good little ruler to create a little grid for them, a good form. And over the course of today, a build that took me about 4 hours, to be fair, I was watching a movie like half of the time, my attention was a little unfocused, and I created a stackable ship. This is the lower deck. Again, very open to interpretation. You know, we can establish wherever it is, and as you go on, the ship stacks on top of itself, moving up the way, all the way to the upper decks. What's missing right now is actually the sails and the crow's nests, and two little lifeboats. So detailed, right? You can just, the details is jumping off the screen. Ooh. But yeah, this is what I came up with. This is what I worked on today, because this, I think, might solve a lot of the problems that I personally have when GMing these ship encounters. This allows the players to create the game, create the map essentially as they're surviving, as well as actually keeping track of themselves relatively well, you know, to some extent, even along the levels. I probably wouldn't stack this in a game. In a game, I'd probably do the same thing I did with the earlier ones, where I kind of like split the map, so to speak. But you know what? I think it does the purpose pretty well. And if I don't say so myself, I think this works pretty well with some of my other crafts projects I've been working on over time. But yeah, I'm really excited. These guys are my newest party that have been added to the stream, and I'm going to be throwing them into the Astral Sea, and whatever dangers that comes with. This probably has nothing to do. It's not foreshadowing anything, and I didn't just Anything can happen. It's the Astral Sea, you know? It's gods and demons and all that jazz, all that fun stuff. But yeah, rambling, incoherent words aside, this is the Dice Prophet, and I am so excited to throw these guys back into the Astral Sea next time we play. Let's see if this fits the bill to what I was trying to accomplish. If not, I guess I could just go back to Theater of the Mind. I understand Theater of the Mind is kind of what 5e is more catered towards anyways, but I love doing crafts. Even if we go full Theater of the Mind, I don't want this part of the game to go away. I started with 4th edition, Burn the Heretic, I know. So I kind of grew up loving the grid, loving maps in general, and wanting some sort of tangible structure, but not taking away that element of imagination that I feel is entirely crucial in tabletop RPGs. But yeah, this has been a public service announcement, or soapbox ramble from the Dice Prophet. Thank you for anyone who actually listened to the end of this. I've been really excited about this, and I hope to see you guys on the stream sometime soon. We'll be streaming this game in every other Monday. I'll post on Twitter or any other social media group I start actually posting actively on. But yeah, if you check in the streams, you'll be seeing this guy and other ships a lot more, because I caught a bit of a crafting fever, and let's just say this ain't gonna be the only ship. Bye everybody, and peace out. And fuck it, why not? The big dice is here right away, might as well. How well are they gonna do with their first maiden voyage? Oh, son of a bitch.